Hello friends, welcome back. My name is Ramon. How are you today? So today we're going to be doing a full brand review of Glow Recipe. And this is a brand I've actually used for a long time. They were in store when I first started working at Sephora. I've used them on clients for a long time. What I love about the brand is that it combines two things I love about skincare. First and foremost, K-beauty inspired. Korean beauty is my thing. It's what got me into skincare and I will forever love it. But also the fact that it's just really fun to use. There's a lot of sensory experience behind using all their products. That's actually one of their top priorities when developing the products. So taking both those things and combining them together, match made in heaven. I actually mentioned Glow Recipe in one of my videos talking about brands that I really wanted to work with and really wanted to explore a little bit more, just because I dabbled in some of the stuff that they had when I was at Sephora, but since then they've launched a lot more. Well, I don't know if they saw that video or what, but they reached out to me a couple months back and they're like, hey, we'd love to send you some product. And I was like, yeah, sure. And brands do that, and sometimes they send you like one or two things, but no, they came through with the entire collection. So huge shout out to Glow Recipe and their representatives. I'm super grateful. Thank you so much. While the products were sent to me, they're not paying me for this. This is a not sponsored video. I just had the full line. I've been using it now for the last 2 months and I really want to talk about it. Before we get into the video, I'm going to ask you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, Fenty related content on my channel. Give it a thumbs up. And down below, what are your thoughts on Glow Recipe? What are some of the products that you love to use or otherwise? And also, what are some other brands you want to see full brand reviews on? Sound off. So, Glow Recipe. As I mentioned, it's a brand that I've used for a very long time. It's a brand I really like. It is K-beauty inspired. The founders are actually here from America. The products are developed in Korea, but I feel like they combine some of the best aspects of K-beauty with some of the best aspects of Western beauty. I feel like it's a very unique brand overall. Fun fact, something I actually didn't realize until more recently, it's technically under the realm of clean beauty. They actually advertise themselves as being a clean beauty brand. They use a lot of really naturally derived fruit and botanical based ingredients. They're also one of those brands that fall under the free from category where they don't use things like animal derived ingredients, parabens, all those kind of things, which I didn't realize because I think like a lot of those brands really put that first and foremost with their marketing. And I feel like they also teeter on the spectrum of being a little bit more fear mongering. Glow Recipe, none of that. So I actually wouldn't have known that. That's actually really fun to learn, especially looking into the brand and seeing that they follow a lot of really sustainable, eco-friendly practices. They recently teamed up with TerraCycle as a means of ethically and responsibly recycling their packaging. So fun fact. What I really love about them is that they utilize really well-researched, very well-proven actives and low concentrations throughout the line. So you're really getting a lot of really good skin benefiting ingredients in very inclusive, low concentration. So it's just as accessible to as many people as possible, honestly. But on top of that, they're fun to use. They are fun colors, fun smells, fun textures. They also come in really fun packaging, which we're going to get into product by product. And again, while there are products that I have used and am familiar with as a former Sephora employee, they've launched a bunch of stuff since I've been gone. And thankfully I've tried some of it out. I have opinions on it. So we're gonna be talking about that all today. So first and foremost, let's just go through the products as they would come up in your routine normally. And let's start with cleansing. And one of my actual skincare highlights of 2020 was their Balm cleanser. And this is going to be the Papaya Sorbet Enzyme Cleansing Balm. I love a cleansing balm. They're not necessary in a routine. A good cleanser will take off everything on your face very easily, but there's something to be said about using a cleansing balm, especially if you use layers of water resistant sunscreen and you wear a considerable amount of makeup, which I usually do. This just makes taking all that off a lot easier and gives you a much more easy, more enjoyable cleansing experience. On top of that, this is just fun to use. In essence, what this is a very lightweight, silky smooth cleansing balm. It works in very lightweight to the skin. It feels very soft to the touch, rinses off and leaves your skin very soft and supple. I'm gonna be honest with that. It also has a very slight tart smell to it. With the double cleanse, again, it's not necessary, but there's something to be said about the self-care experience of it all, especially with the smell of this. But it's just a nice way to massage your face after a long day, really work this into your skin to break everything down, but it feels like you're giving yourself a little bit of TLC. This is pricey, I'm gonna be honest about that, but you don't need a lot of it. And again, this is very enjoyable to use. This was a top highlight of the year. Definitely would consider repurchasing this. Next is their Blueberry Bound Gentle Cleanser. I was familiar with the first iteration of this in the old packaging. They reformulated and have new packaging that they came out with a couple years back. They advertise this as being a 3-in-1. This is a really great makeup remover if you use enough of it. It's also a very gentle and effective face cleanser. And you can also leave this on as a leave-on mask to get a little bit of the antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, and soft and gentle AHA benefits from this. I'm gonna be honest, this is a great cleanser, no doubting that. It works really well and it foams really nicely, breaks down makeup, cleanses the skin nicely. It doesn't leave you stripped. The smell of it is so just noxious to me. To me, this smells like very strong laundry detergent. My boyfriend says it smells like blueberry LaCroix, carbonation and all. This does work well, that's what it needs to do. I don't enjoy using it. They also mentioned that with consistent usage of this, that you'll see a diminished in breakouts and blemishes over the course of using it. And I want to say they attributed that to the AHA benefits of it. But what I will say is that with other things in your skincare routine and effective cleansing, you should definitely see a diminishment in breakouts. So I feel like that's a very It's a reaching claim in my opinion. So now that your face is cleansed, let's get into the toners and treatment steps of the whole routine. And we're gonna start off with their Watermelon PHA and BHA Pore-Tight Toner. I love this. This is actually a big standout product for me. Again, I'm used to very high strength, high octane active, especially exfoliants. So I was like, oh, PHAs, what's that gonna do for me? But they're just really fun to use. And that just goes back to what Glow Recipe represents. Fun skincare. This features PHAs, it features BHAs. They want this to be a hydrating and pore refining exfoliating toner, and I feel like that hits both marks perfectly. As with the entire watermelon line, which comes up consistently throughout the brand, you have watermelon, you have cactus water, you have PHAs, BHAs, tea tree extract, and cucumber, and that tea tree extract is amazing for oily acne prone skin. I love it. This does exactly what it says it's going to do. You have the PHAs as well as a lot of humectants in this to give you nice supple hydration, but you have a lot of things in here that are going to simultaneously help treat and prevent breakouts as well as help to regulate your sebum production and give you more balanced skin. I like this for the face. Again, I'm used to more high strength stuff, but this on the rest of your body, amazing. And don't forget, you can use your face skincare in other places. I especially love to use this on my posterior. Also, this smells like a cocktail. I don't know what about it does, but it definitely smells like a cocktail. And I like to use this by soaking up cotton pads and placing them as a little DIY treatment leave-on situation. And next, let's talk about the Watermelon Glow Ultrafine Mist. This has been such a staple in my entire skincare journey. I've used this so many times. This is like the secret to glowy, supple, dewy, juicy skin. This is a bi-phase product, but you have a water phase, oil phase. You shake it up to really distribute that across the face and give you supple hydration, but also really nice emollient from the oils. This features the watermelon, which is really great antioxidant and vitamin source, but it also features hyaluronic acid, hibiscus AHAs, rice germ oil, which is part of that bi-phase. And together what that really does is it helps to, again, nourish and hydrate your skin, but really seal it in as well. This is multi-use, multi-purpose. Prep your skin, hydrate it. Prep your skin for makeup, seal in the makeup. And any photo on Instagram where it look really dewy, really supple, really just skin, this is my tip, this is my trick, just layers upon layers of this and your skin's gonna look golden. So now that you've gone in, you've cleansed, you've done a little bit of hydration and whatnot, it's time to go in with some serums. And first and foremost, we're gonna hit on the Plump Hyaluronic Serum. And this was, again, another standout product for the year. This, in essence, is a hyaluronic acid serum, but it's a little bit more than that. It features 3 different plum extracts, which are gonna give you nice hydration, some antioxidant benefits. You also have 5 different molecular weights of hyaluronic acid, some of them including sodium hyaluronate, as well as tremella extract, which is snow mushroom, which is a holy grail ingredient for me. But you also have some other things in here. For example, you have a variant of panthenol, which is great for your skin barrier. And you also have vegan silk protein and collagen. And the reason why all that's important is because this is one of the most gratifying hydrating serums I've ever used. I don't know what it is about this. A couple pumps spread on the face and you feel automatically very hydrated, but your skin also looks just very radiant and plump and supple. This feels like such a rich, concentrated essence situation, but it's a serum. That being said, this price point for this is $42, a little bit up there, but it's such a good serum that I'm like, high key, that's actually kind of worth it. So this is definitely a very unique experience. Really love this. The scent of this is a very subtle, sweet berry smell in my opinion. Standout product. Next product we're gonna be talking about is their Pineapple C Bright Serum. And this is essentially a vitamin C antioxidant serum. You have pineapple, obviously, like a little packaging, it's like a little pineapple. But beyond that, in this, you have 3 different forms of vitamin C. Ascorbic acid being one of them, but you also have 2 to go along with it, one of which is a derivative that's a little bit more stable. You also have pineapple enzymes, which are really great exfoliating, brightening enzymes. You also have hyaluronic acid, vitamin E, aloe, squalane, chamomile, purslane, which is a really popular ingredient in Korean beauty, and arginine. And what those all combine together to give you is really great brightening, really great anti-inflammatory, and really nice hydrating benefits. This isn't going to be as hydrating as the Plum, but it's cute and it smells really good too. I will also say that there are definitely better cost-effective antioxidant / brightening serums, but this one's fun. It's very unique in how it works and what's in it. And if you could justify the price, I actually do really like this one. So we are washed, we are treated, we are serumed up and juicy and supple. And now it's time to lock that all in. So let's talk about their moisturizers. First and foremost, a holy grail, something I've used for a very long time, something I've used on so many clients over the years. This is their Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. This is just comes down to what's really fun and what's really great about Glow Recipe. This is a really lightweight gel moisturizer that offers a lot of versatility for a lot of different skin types and a lot of different skin concerns. You have, once again, that watermelon extract in there that's antioxidants, it's really hydrating. You also have that paired with hyaluronic acid, you have jasmine and peony extracts, as well as licorice root extracts. So you're getting great antioxidants, really great hydration, as well as some soothing and anti-inflammatory benefits from it as well. Going back to the versatility aspect of this, I really say that just because you can use this in a few different ways to benefit a few different skin types. For oily, acne-prone skin like me, a couple pumps of this across the face and you're golden, you get really nice, lightweight moisturization. But if you have more dry skin, you need a little bit more extra. This is more of like a moisturizing serum that's a little bit lightweight and therefore can be paired underneath a more rich emollient cream to really lock in that moisture very well. What I also like about this is that they come with a few different sizes from the brand, so you have a lot of options whether you need a jumbo size, which goes for $49, or a smaller travel size for on-the-go usage. Next was a product that's a little bit newer to me. I actually hadn't heard about this until I got it in the PR package, so I was excited to use it. Their Banana Souffle Moisture Cream. This was a really fun experience, honestly. Looking at the product, what they want you to have is a very lightweight but still very nourishing moisturizing experience paired with really nice anti-inflammatory soothing ingredients. The primary ingredient focus from the brand is the banana, as well as magnesium, centella asiatica, which is holy grail ingredient for me, and turmeric. And what those really all come together to do is really nourish the skin, fundamentally increase moisturization in the skin, balance the skin out, as well as give you really nice anti-inflammatory and antioxidant benefits. The texture of this is just, it's a really nice whipped cream. Like, that's the best way I can say it. The one thing I don't like about this product, the packaging is weird. It's hard to kind of get up in there and get up into the curves of this to grab products well, especially with a spatula. And that kind of goes to show for a lot of the other products in the line I'm going to talk about. Even something like this, the Plump, the packaging shape of it is hard to hold, and sometimes your hands get really slippery and it's hard to get the products open. Like, it's the one big qualm with the products, but they're really fun to look at. They're really cute. So also, smells are obviously a big part of the line, and smells are really hard to nail down sometimes. To me, banana gets a little bit iffy with a lot of brands. And if you're like my boyfriend, he finds that this smells like banana Laffy Taffy, which I don't agree with, but it is close. To me, it's a little bit better of an artificial banana smell, but if that's something that bothers you, just take a note of that. Going back to skin types and how it's best used. With my oily acne prone skin, I love a rich moisturizer at night, and this is really nice to pair with the watermelon one I use by itself, but to me it's actually not the most rich cream moisturizer. This offers a lot of versatility still in who can use it, but for more dry skin types, it still is not going to be, in my opinion, a very rich, occlusive moisturizer. And now let's get on to the sleeping mask, which I think is a really cool part of what makes Glow Recipe Glow Recipe. Sleeping masks, in my opinion, were a little bit more of a Korean thing, and then they started popping up a little bit more in the West. But let's talk about one of the like flagship products, in my opinion, of Glow Recipe, and that is their Watermelon Glow Sleeping Mask. And this is the product that got me hooked to Glow Recipe. This really encompasses everything I love about all-in-one multi-benefit skincare. Looking at what's in this, first and foremost, you obviously have the watermelon in this, but it's also paired with AHAs, pumpkin extract, pomegranate extract, hyaluronic acid, seaweed, licorice root extract, and skullcap root extract. So you have a lot of things in here, but fundamentally what you're getting is rich hydration, rich moisture. The sleeping masks are a little bit more occlusive, so they really lock in everything underneath them so that they can really do their work and essentially it's like letting things cook and simmer. On top of that, you have the AHAs, which are going to be great for exfoliation. And then you have antioxidants and anti-inflammatory agents to really help soothe the skin, repair the skin from the day's wear. So when I had my oily acne prone skin and I was dealing with breakouts as well as acne scarring, this was such a great product to use. This got my skin in check, and it was, more importantly, really fun to use. And the best thing about this is that you feel this on your skin the next morning. It really forms that film of occlusiveness that keeps everything locked in and makes sure that your products are doing what they need to do, but your skin's also staying really nourished and moisturized throughout the entire night. Some people don't like that texture, and some people say it kind of feels a little bit slimy, but I love that. It's something I really like in my skincare. I don't mind it. And fundamentally with this, what you're getting is moisturization, surface exfoliation, brightening, and anti-inflammatory benefits. And as with all the watermelon products, all these just really smell like Jolly Ranchers to me, so it's really fun to use. And then the last sleeping mask to touch on, which again was something I'd seen, something I kind of heard of, but I hadn't used because it was a little bit newer since I was acquainted with the line. This is their Avocado Melt Retinol Sleeping Mask. And this was interesting to me because I was like, oh, retinol sleeping mask, that's really interesting. I mean, if you look at it, it's really just a really rich moisturizer that's very nourishing to the skin. It features a lot of great emollients paired with an encapsulated retinol. And retinol is one of those ingredients that is just, it does everything for you. Great for fine lines and aging, great for acne, great for pigmentation related issues, great for skin texture. It's a very great ingredient. But having it encapsulated gives it a more time release, gentle release in the skin. So it's kind of counteracting a little bit of the negative impacts of retinol, and it makes it a little bit more gentle. Looking at this features the avocado, which gives really great skin nourishing as well as antioxidant benefits. You also have encapsulated retinol, as I mentioned. This also has PHAs, again, polyhydroxy acids, gentle exfoliation, but mainly to me, a little bit more of a humectant ingredient. And then you have matcha and hexylresorcinol. Matcha itself, great antioxidant. You're basically getting the antioxidant benefits from that, as well as some anti-inflammatory agents. And then hexylresorcinol is a brightening agent. So kind of like the watermelon sleeping mask, you're getting a lot of benefits from this product. More importantly, it's really nice, rich occlusive. It's going to really moisturize and nourish the skin. You have that retinol, great for anti-aging and or acne. Then you have the hexylresorcinol, which is a great brightening agent. And you have a lot of stuff to just really soothe the skin and really give you antioxidant reparative benefits as well. Truth be told, this was a lot of fun to use. I really enjoyed using this, especially because my night shift from Stradia ran out, and this was a great replacement for that product. It's just a really nice, smooth, rich moisturizer texture. I think more so than the banana one. And so therefore, if you have more dry skin, I would look more towards this than that one. This is a really great intro to retinol, I believe. So if you're looking for a retinol-based product, recommend. Now I'm going to touch on a little something that I don't want to go too in depth about just because I talked about the Avocado sleeping mask, but this one is their Avocado Melt Retinol Eye Sleeping Mask. And I was like, these literally look like the same product. What is the difference? And it seems like the key difference is that this one gets rid of the PHAs and really focuses on niacinamide as well as coffee berry extract to help repair the skin barrier, strengthen that up, give you some more anti-inflammatory benefits, but especially from the coffee berry extract, give you some depuffing for the eye area. And what I'm going to say is that I'd rather get this. And I don't know if the PHA thing was the big culprit for them coming out with this and taking that out. PHAs, again, for me, offer more humectant benefits. They're very, very, very gentle surface exfoliant, so I don't worry about those under the under eye too much. On top of that, they have a benefit, though, that fights glycation, which is a thing that happens in the skin that breaks down collagen and thus gives you a little bit more sallowness and sagginess in the skin. And I'd rather have that along with the retinol in my under eye area. So I just really take this across my face, up through my under eye, and into my eyelid. No issue, no sensitivity, no burning. These are the same price. So skip this, go for this. I don't understand. Next product we're gonna talk about is for the lips, and lip care for me is really important. I love soft, juicy, supple lips. Glow by Ramon doesn't just apply to the skin. This is really interesting. They tout this as being a 3-in-1 product. It simultaneously is going to exfoliate your lips. It's going to obviously nourish your lip because it's a lip balm, but also give you a little bit of a pink tint to it as well. Honestly, it's just a really fun product. I like the way this makes my lips feel, I like the way it makes my lips look. The exfoliation properties from it come from 2 different sources. First and foremost, there is coconut flower sugar in this to physically exfoliate. Then you also get some flower-based AHAs to chemically exfoliate your lips as well. They're both edible, but then I find that the anti-inflammatories and nourishing elements of this counteract any potential irritation. So I've had no issues, honestly. My lips just look really soft and really plump. Pro tip for really soft, juicy, plump, supple lips, use this on top of wet lips first, and then go in with this afterwards to lock it in. Golden. Also, it reminds me of Barbie makeup. I don't know why. It's not the standard lip balm texture. It's a little bit harder to me, so I think that's probably why, but also just like the really cute pink packaging. So it's a Barbie world. And the last product, the product you probably clicked on this video for, that's their new Watermelon Glow Niacinamide Dew Drops. And this was an interesting drop. I feel like 2020 has been the year of niacinamide. If you haven't seen my video on niacinamide and people's thoughts on it, go watch it. But it was kind of like the last launch in this long list of launches from other brands featuring niacinamide. People were like, well, what's the point? It's also $42, which puts it a little bit up there in my opinion, especially because I thought it was a serum at first. And then getting it, reading the PR package for it, and then trying it out, I was like, she's giving you a little bit more. She's multi-talented. And let's break down what this is used for, what it's good for, how I've used it. First and foremost, it's a niacinamide-based serum. You're gonna be getting the benefits of the niacinamide paired with the watermelon, again, antioxidants, vitamins, hyaluronic acid, as well as moringa seed oil. And with those, it's going to be just really nice, luscious, hydrating serum on the face. That niacinamide is going to be great for balancing sebum production, really brightening the skin, refining skin texture, helping to fight breakouts, and more importantly, strengthening your skin barrier. And then you go on with all the rest of your skincare. The other thing this is good for is priming your face for makeup. And I use this today on top of sunscreen as a makeup primer. A couple drops across the entire face. It sets down in a very tacky way. And it reminds me a lot of, my friend Dan Peel pointed it out, the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. That tackiness really holds onto makeup really well and like locks it in place. They also claim this is a really great mix-in for foundation to kind of dilute it but give a lot more radiance and glow to the skin. And this on bare skin is just very, very dewy, very supple, very radiant. I thought this was going to be a little bit more shimmery, more iridescent. It wasn't, but it makes your skin just look really healthy and very, very glowy. Then you can go on with your makeup, do your makeup. Last thing this is good for, you can use this as a liquid illuminator on top of your makeup. And again, I thought it was gonna be a little bit more shimmery, a little bit more dewy. It wasn't, but it's give your skin a really nice, radiant, glass skin-like glow. I use it today over the Fenty Beauty foundation powder, tapped a couple drops on top of the skin. It didn't move my foundation, it set down really nicely and just made my skin look very luminous. So overall, a lot of different uses out of this, to which that $42 price point actually seems a little bit more justifiable. I'm gonna still play around with it, but very shocked at how nice this was. Do enjoy it. We'll continue to use. And with that was the entire Glow Recipe product lineup. Looking back and reflecting on the line, again, I love that it features really, really well-proven actives and very, very fun formulas that make you want to use your skincare, and therefore you're gonna get those benefits. But having those actives in a very low but still effective concentration makes it so that these products are more sensitive skin friendly. Now, I know I'm gonna get people in the comments being like, they all have fragrance, they have all these essential oils. They do. Those aren't necessarily bad. And if you really look into those essential oils, a lot of them have secondary, tertiary benefits to them just beyond being an essential oil that actually do benefit the skin and have proven results to them as well that are very well studied and very well researched. On top of that, if you're going to get on the soapbox about essential oils, you have to consider all the botanical extracts in this as well that have just as much of a likelihood of irritating skin as well. That being said, they also have their own benefits. They're anti-inflammatory, they offer antioxidant benefits. These just make the products fun to use. Glow Recipe fundamentally just wants to make you enjoy your skincare, have a lot of fun with it, but also get benefits from them as well. So overall, I love the line. I've used it for a long time. I'm really happy I got to explore all of it though, because I've discovered some new favorites. If I were to point out what my favorites were. First and foremost, I'd have to say the cleansing balm, definitely the Plump. Also the avocado sleeping mask, just because very versatile, very inclusive way of using retinol. And then I'd have to say pore refining toner, but to use elsewhere on my body. Still playing around with this. Looking at actives and touching on everything they've featured already in the line, I want to know where they're going to go with actives, what else they want to incorporate and how. Obviously the watermelon line, it's a very well established, very well-rounded line at this point, especially with the addition of the niacinamide, but they only have one product that really highlights niacinamide. So are they going to drop more? They really only have one product that highlights retinol. They're going to do more with that. On top of that, what other actives are they going to incorporate? Maybe like azelaic acid, or are they going to do more with centella, which centella is very much a Korean beauty standard, and it's only featured, I think, very briefly in one product in the whole line. So what do you think would happen with that? On top of that, obviously you're missing a sunscreen. My thing is always, when is a brand gonna come up with a sunscreen and what is it gonna look like? With Glow Recipe, following the theme of how everything is so much fun and really sensory dependent, I really wanna know how their sunscreen would look like, how it would feel like, and overall what they could come up with, especially with both a mineral and a chemical formulation. Looking for that, especially since a lot of the details for each product really specify that they want you to wear sunscreens to go along with their product. And the last thing I feel like the line's really needing and kind of lacking is an oil. And I know like they have really rich occlusive moisturizers and sleeping masks, but the fact that they don't feature a straight oil is odd to me. Not in a bad way, but I just want to see like what they could do with that and potentially if they're going to feature that as well. 2021 is right around the corner and they just launched the Niacinamide Drops, which tells me that they have a lot more potentially planned and on the way for us next year. So I'm going to stay tuned for that and see what they give us. That's my brand review on Glow Recipe. Again, products were gifted to me, but I've used a few of these before and they're not paying me. So everything I'm saying is from my own opinion. If you have any questions, make sure to leave those down in the comments down below. Tell me what your favorite standout products are, what some of your staples from the line are, and what other brands you want to see me do full brand reviews on. Give the video a thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button, notification bell so that you know when I post more skincare, sunscreen, and related content on my channel. Thanks for watching, guys.